And welcome back to techystack. Today our topic is data table. Here data table which is stored in the format of rows and columns. So first we'll declare the data table and how we can see the output on the data table. Go back to the uipath studio. So here for declaring the data table, so we need to just take build data table. So that is the activity to create the data table. So just drag and drop here. So once this is done, you can see this data table. So creates a data table according to the specific schema. Just click on this. You're able to see the build data type. So here, if you want, we can add this or we can delete as well. So right now, what I will do, I will change this names. So I will make it as employee numbers. Changing the data type to integer, just click on that OK. After that, I have one more column. So I will create it as employee names and I will change to data type to string. So if you not declare this properly, then it will throw some errors. So downside, you can add this data. So now I will make it as this and name it as John. One more number I declared. So if you click on this here, automatically downside one more extra column will be available. So we can, sorry, one more extra row will be available. You can, if you want, you can update it. So now I make it as another name is, and I will make it as one more name, some random number. So I make this data table. Now once it is in, just click on that OK. After this, go to the properties panel. And whatever the data which we declared in the build data table, just we can create a one more variable to check the output here. So I'm creating one more variable, name of data table. So whatever the data table which we build in this data, entire it stores into the this data table. So now I want to check this output. So I will just drag and drop this message box and I will pass this variable. So data table, I will run this output. So data table which has created and I'm checking the output in the data. So here the problem is we cannot see this data table directly. For that, what we want to do now, we need to convert this data table to some other format, some text format. We'll see that. Now just go to this activity panel and take one more activity which we called output data table. Output data table. Okay, just drag and drag. Once you drag and drop, you can go to the properties again. Check this input. So what is our input? Our input is data table. So just pass that variable, data table variable, and output. So output it stores in the text format. So whatever you're giving the input in data format, it will just convert to the text format. I will create one more variable here, output. So now we declare everything here. Just come back to this message box and delete that existing data. I mean existing that variable and make it as output. So which I create just now and see this. So if I run this, I'm able to see the output here. So done. So here I can see this employee numbers and employee names. I declared here three rows. So one is John Peter Strick. Let me open this data table here. So what I declared here, the same thing I'm able to see the output. So this is the way which how we can declare the data table. And here going forward, we'll see how we can read this data table from the Excel from other web sources.